So, guys, hello and welcome to the Gossip Show. Tonight, unfortunately, there's technical difficulties with Twitter, which means we've came onto the YouTube channel. Don't worry, if you want to watch it after the show, you'll still be able to do that. We won't delete it straight away on YouTube. Um, so, Chris, this week, how do you think we stand in the title race after this week?
I still think we're in a strong position. It could have been a bit better had we got 3 points yesterday, obviously. Because apart from the Dulwich result, again, things sort of went our way. We're gonna be in a battle to the end. There's no doubt about it. I know we've got that one game in hand, which is really important. But we're just that 1 point ahead now, Dulwich having it, and the running's going to be really interesting. We've got hard matches. We've got obviously Dorking away on Tuesday at their new stadium and Needham at home on Thursday, which you would think should be a 3-pointer. But they're capable, aren't they, sometimes of putting off some strange results. And of course, we've got that real toughie against Margate away on Saturday. But I think Margate are out of the race now for the top spots, so they're just playing for a playoff place. So we could take them. We could take them, but it's going to be difficult. Fatigue's going to play a big part in it.
Well, when you look at it, there's Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday for the third week in a row.
Yeah.
Dorking have not been in that situation. Needham or Margate haven't. So these guys are going to be more fitter than us. And the trouble for me with Margate is they've got quality.
Yeah, they have got quality. When they played us down here, I think it was November, it was the first time their pitch was really muddy. And basically they set up against us really, really well. We drew 1-1. They had Tom Winter playing as left back. He's actually a central defender. But he switched to left back for a few games, that being one of them. And he was absolutely awesome in the air. They played really, really well, set out to defend as much as they could, and then caught us on the break, I think. But they're a very good side. They're managed by Stephen Watt, who is an extremely capable manager. Very nice guy as well. I had a little chat with him, and they could upset the apple cart a bit. But you got to think about the opposition Dulwich have got as well. You know, they've got a few games to play still, and squeeze in. I mean, it was 4 in a week, wasn't it? They're just doing it at the moment. So, but they've actually done a little bit better than I expected they would do. So we've got to be on our toes, and we've got to rotate our squad as much as possible.
Well, if you look at, I think it was Tuesday Dulwich played and lost.
Yeah.
You look at that result now, and we were celebrating it on Tuesday. You're actually now celebrating it even more.
Yeah. Well, you know, we had that Velocity Cup final game on Wednesday evening, which, I mean, 9 times out of 10 would say it was a nice distraction, but I think that might have cost us a bit because it went into extra time. So key players of ours were really, really tired after that, and you know, it did show yesterday. It showed second half yesterday. We bossed the first half yesterday at the AGP on a very heavy pitch, which also didn't help. And we got into the second half, and our legs went. Our legs had gone virtually straight away from the kick-off of the second half. I mean, they scored 1 minute, I think, into the second half, and then got that penalty again a little bit later on. And we showed some resolve. We absolutely were off our feet. We really were. We were knackered, and fortunately Harry made that change. I think it was a little bit late, to be honest, when he brought Nick on and put him on the left. And Liam Hughes came into the middle for Billy, didn't he? We had Ricky Modeste on the right and started putting in some good crosses, and fortunately we got that one goal, which actually spurred us on to get the other with Sam scoring that very, very late equaliser. So it was, I mean, unbelievable that when that goal went in, but it just shows you what we're made of. It really does.
You know what? I'm going to make a statement here. Normally I don't make such a statement. I think the main difference between us and Dulwich is Dulwich, it's shocking that I do admit they do have some quality.
Yeah.
We have total quality, in my opinion.
Yeah.
All around the pitch.
Yeah.
But the difference right now between the two teams is we never give up. If they go 1-0 down, for me they collapse. If we go 1-0 down, it spurs us on even more.
Yeah, I agree 100%. I mean, we know if we blow this, it's going to be probably the biggest disaster in the history of non-league, because we were virtually so far ahead, weren't we? With all these games in hand. I mean, we could have won it by 21 points, and now we're just 1 point ahead. I mean, I don't know who we blame for that, or it's just fatigue, too many games, management decisions, sort of players coming and going. It's a culmination of everything, and it's just hit us at the worst possible time. Weather, obviously, another major issue there, because we've had so many postponements. The pitch, which is a nightmare. I mean, we've actually played better on the artificial stuff recently. We're getting to grips with that now, aren't we? I mean, I'm beaten at 8 in 4 matches on there. So, hopefully when we go to Margate on Saturday on their artificial pitch, we'll get a result there as well.
Right. So now, take me through game by game, Chris. Dorking, how many points would you want to take from that?
I know what I want.
Sorry, how many do you think we're going to get?
I think we're capable of 3 points if the players have recovered enough. If we have a team selection which will reflect that. You made a point yesterday that we do seem to be keeping possession and stuff for about 50-60 minutes without bombing forward or anything like that, and then saving all our energy up for those final 30 minutes. And I think that's possibly a tactic we'll try and to employ again. Obviously, if chances do come along, then we'll take them. I mean, yesterday, to be fair, we did have a number of chances in that first half. We completely lost it. If it wasn't for some poor refereeing, which will come on later, I think we could have certainly got a couple of goals in that first half, and probably won it in the second because of more refereeing decisions. So it's not like we played poorly. I think we were conserving our energy and waiting for the final part of the game when we know we would have given it an onslaught. But I don't think we expected to be 2-0 down. And with respect, certainly against Wingate, who we beat 3-1 the other week, quite comfortably at their ground. So,
well, when I was obviously they had the penalty. When I looked at that, for me, from the position I was in, it looked like it actually skimmed our player's hand, not touched.
It was, I don't know. I think it probably was a penalty because his hand was away from his body, wasn't it? And it's sort of up in the air when he calls it. So I've seen them given, I've seen them not given.
One today in the Premier League, actually.
But it just, it was, and I was just going to say there was one in the second half not given for us, which was, I mean, unbelievable, really. And with Dean Inman. And he said to the ref, he's pulled my shirt, and the referee went, no, and Dean went, look, and he showed him the shirt was ripped, and the referee just went, no. And I don't think anyone could believe it, but he was shocking yesterday, a referee. I've seen some bad referees, but, and we say this almost every week, but we'll come on to that in a minute, because I know that's going to be our topic for later on, so.
Yeah, keep your mouth shut for now.
Yeah.
Then, obviously, going on to Thursday, I think we all know how many points we want from them at the AGP.
Yeah. That has to be 3 points, no less. Absolutely nothing else will do. Again, with respect to Needham Market, it should be a gimme almost, that game.
Yeah.
But again, it just depends, on the pitch, on how tired the players are, because they're tired enough as it is without having to play on that, to be honest. Because if it's heavy, it's twice as bad. So we can't play an actual game on there either. Although, as I said yesterday, it actually held a little bit better than I thought it would have done at the start of the game. There was there was a bit of chat going around yesterday before the game about 1:30 that the actual thing was going to be postponed because it was really, really soft in places. And when I got there, the Wingate team weren't even changed because they didn't think it was going to go ahead. Unfortunately, when the referee decided to turn up at almost 2 o'clock, he didn't even walk out onto the pitch. He just went, "Yeah, it's fine," and that was it. And we were lucky to get the game on, but unfortunately, the result wasn't what we thought it would have been. So
the referee was so dope he couldn't even tell the time.
Probably couldn't, no. So, but as I said, it's going to be a very tough week. We have to try and win every match, and I think we have to not go gung ho straight away. I think our defence is going to have to be on its top form because in recent weeks, another thing which has cost us is very, very sloppy defending, as it did again yesterday. Another cross came in and the guy scored, and obviously we gave away that penalty. But we've really got.
I disagree with you, Chris. I don't think he's poor defending. I think that was us being hit on the break.
Oh, yeah, maybe to some degree, but if you look at the goals we've conceded, you take a look at every goal we've conceded in the last few weeks. I think most of them have been sort of sloppy defending, sloppy marking. It's not easy on that pitch, I know, but also balls coming in from the air. We seem to lack a little bit of aerial ability in that defence, and we've got Dino's pretty good, but you got Josh and Robbie who are not really sort of renowned for their heading ability, and obviously Swain not there anymore. I think that's a big loss at a crucial time.
And then obviously going on to Margate, this is probably the toughest away day of the season. Yes, even tougher than Dulwich for me.
Yeah, I think so,
how many points would you target? I
think we've still got to target 3. I want this sewn up, Reece. I don't want us to draw a match and have to rely on other results and what have you. I think, Dulwich are capable of winning all their last games, and we're capable of winning all our last games. And that's why you've got to look at it. You've got to think, well, you've got to think that Dulwich are going to go all out to get a result here. So I think we have to do the same.
Well, you look at this week in terms of the two teams, and we have probably the tougher week.
Yeah, without a doubt, and obviously that extra time, as I said, didn't help either. So everybody's tired. We're all tired now.
You're tired. You ain't done anything.
Yeah, well, it's life, isn't it? But going back on a serious note, it's a heck of a lot of matches for these guys to play, and you can't blame them if things sort of go slightly wrong. But you've got to focus. You've got to focus, and you've got to be mentally fit as well as physically fit. And it's not easy with so many games in such a short space of time.
Well, obviously going on to the next topic now is how do you think we tackle this week now, psychologically?
Psychologically, well, I mean, it's fair. I mean, even Glenn said what's going on. If we don't get this, there's going to be big changes. So I think that's probably a kick up the backside to everybody. I don't think he means that in a nasty way, to be honest. I think he's just trying to encourage the team. We're not going to accept failure, and you are such good players. You are sort of the top players in this division by a mile. There's no doubt about it. The best players, and we're capable of doing anything, as we've shown this week. As we've got our resolve. We're fighting, and I still think we should be winning virtually every game. I agree with Glenn 100%. So go for it. You have to go for it. We're not going to accept failure.
Well, that was a quick topic. Before we go on to our topic of the week, obviously there's 8 live viewers. So, guys, this week it's Player of the Year. There's going to be 2 semi-finals. One that goes live after this. One that goes live next week. But there's a job for you in this. The semi-finals so far are Modeste versus Robinson and Deering versus Cunnington. So that's Ricky Modeste, Jake Robinson, Sam Deering and Adam Cunnington. If you have any other players that you think are your player of the year, comment in them now and tell us what semi-final you'd like them to go up against, where you think your player of the year has more of a chance of getting through. So guys, comment now and we'll put them in the semi-final for you. While you're doing that, Chris, the semi-finals, Modeste versus Robinson and Deering versus Cunnington. Who do you think will go through?
Well, it's got to be Jake.
Yeah. Sounds so disappointed over that.
That's shocked you, isn't it? Wow. I mean, it has to be Jake. He's just one of the most awesome players I've seen at this level, at a lot of levels actually. Ricky's been superb, as we all know. We've got Sam Deering's been superb. Adam Cunnington's been superb. You've got Julian and Bricknell who've been superb. It's very, very difficult. It's a tough one, Reece. I can't really answer. To be honest, I know who will probably win. I would hazard a guess. Total shot in the dark. I'd say it's Jake. So hands down. I mean, broken a goal scoring record, 53 goals. I mean, when he scored those ones against Staines the other night, I mean, the crowd were having orgasms there at 1 second. It was just sensational. Some of his
family show, please.
Sorry?
Family show, come on.
It's too late, it's past watershed, I can say what I like now. It's 1 o'clock, mate. So, it was, I mean, he was just utterly superb. I mean, to be honest, that goal against Dulwich at the beginning of the season away was just unreal. You know, he's hit it from about 70-odd yards straight over the keeper's head. And you know, if he gets a half chance, he'll take it.
Say who it was against again. That's quite nice. That.
That's against Dulwich, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's really nice.
From 70 yards. In fact, it might have even been a little bit more than that. I'd say in 70 yards, Dulwich, he beat your goalkeeper from 70 yards. But I mean, and again, we had Billy the other night in the cup. We had Sam, absolutely superb. Yesterday, the way he took that finish was absolutely brilliant. So it's difficult. Everybody has done something, if you know what I mean. So you can't rule people out. It's no disrespect that we haven't put people in there. We just haven't got enough spaces to fill it. If seriously, I mean, it's a team effort. Football's a team effort at the end of the day. And we've won 2 cups. If we win this title as well, which I mean we're absolutely begging them to do now, then I think you have to say everybody's player of the year. You can't distinguish amongst it, but I know you have to choose one. So I still think Jake will win it.
Okay, then now, it's time for our lovely topic of the week. And it's the 12th Man show. Obviously, Chris, do you think standards of the referees not only have to improve in our league, but the whole of English football?
Without a doubt, yes. I mean, we've seen shocking decisions this week from a Premiership right the way down, haven't we? I mean, there was one, Mike Dean, who's everybody's favourite referee, the Southampton versus Chelsea match yesterday, where inexplicably he missed a foul by Alonso, one of these Southampton players. It was right in front of him. The good thing about the Premiership is you've got the video recall, haven't you? So it can be referred back to the.
Not yet, mate. That's been denied.
Yeah, not the live one, but I'm just saying it can be referred back to the FA, so they can
assess.
Retrospectively assess it, and award any red cards. I think he will do. As for our league, I don't know if they've had a barrel full of referees and they're scraping the bottom of it for our league, because we've had some absolute stinkers there this year. I can't even remember a good refereeing performance. They continually get worse every week, and I mean yesterday's ref, he was unbelievable. I mean straight away, a few minutes went in the match, and one of their guys puts it behind for a corner, and he gives a goal kick. And we're like, what? You're not watching the game. You're just not watching the game. And we said he was suffering a bit from the heat, I think, because he kept pulling his hanky out and mopping his head. But, even their goalkeeper turned around to a crowd and went, that's the corner. And it was so obvious. And it was just silly little mistakes like that. But that's cost us a set piece and possibly a chance of a goal. Not saying we would have necessarily scored, but the possibilities there. I think it's Adam Cunnington. He was being literally, as I said, he was like he was. One stage, he was like the cream filling in a scone. He really was. He was being sandwiched. He was being hauled. The guy had his shirt. He pulled it up so high you could see Adam's nipples. Sorry, I shouldn't say nipples.
Come on, family.
Oh no, it's gone 9 o'clock. I can say nipples. That's all right. So anyway, and he's being dragged back. He's being held back, and the referee's just standing there watching it. And what sort of waving play on? We lost possession, and I mean he got fouled so many times, and I was so incensed, Roy. So I actually walked up to the tunnel in my suit, and I called him back, and I said to him, why aren't you giving any fouls on Cunnington? He's been fouled 4 or 5 times. There was one where he was absolutely shoved off the ball and flying, and he said to me, "Oh, I was told he was diving."
Told.
That's what he said to me. That's his exact words. I was told he was diving. So I said, "Are you not watching the game then?" I was so shocked. I really was. To be fair to him, on one point, I think Ricky might have been lucky to get away with the yellow card when. Because he lifted his hands. I know it was a push, but some refs would have sent him off for that. We've seen some, shocking sending offs this season. Rob Swain one from in the other half for stopping a clear goal scoring opportunity. Well, that was probably the worst sending off I've seen this season, but the decision, I should say. I was a bit surprised that he got a yellow for that, to be honest. I thought other refs might have taken a dimmer view on that, but you have to ask yourselves, do these refs have an agenda? I mean, the last couple of weeks we've had goals which have come from contentious situations. I mean, the Brighton Sea Regent one, for example, was one. The match the other day at Enfield, there was another one then. Where these are costing us goals, which are costing us points. I mean, on each occasion, it's cost us two points because the officials have made the wrong decisions. And you have to take all this into consideration at the end of the season. People say it swings and roundabouts, but not if it always goes against you, which it seems to be happening at the moment. And no, the referee standards are very, very poor. I wish there was some form of assessment. I don't know there is, but I know it's a training ground for a lot of these referees, but they're just simply not good enough.
That is unfair. That, for me, by the FA, this league is treated as a training ground because it could cost team points.
Yeah, it costs points. It can ultimately cost people jobs. So, it's an important issue. It needs to be tackled. They definitely need to look at it. And if the referees aren't good enough, then they simply don't officiate. As I say, there's no comeback. And football's very unfair on that. It's always sided towards referees and whatever. You're not allowed to have your say. And I think that situation's got to change. I think if a referee makes an appalling decision which costs your side say promotion or a championship, something like that, then they need to face repercussions over those poor decisions.
Well, Chris, when you look at all these referees, for me, it's like you think he's bad, it can't get any worse, and then some demon turns up.
It's a nice way of putting it.
Well, you know what I'm like with referees, I do get quite fed up.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, we all do, but okay, fair enough. We all shout if it's a 50-50, everyone shouts out, wants a decision given in your favour, and there's ironic cheers when they are, but when it's a clear cut, as it was yesterday, I mean, as I mentioned earlier on the gossip, the Dean Inman incident, I mean, was not only a penalty, it was ridiculous. The guy grabbed hold of his shirt and he ripped it. He ripped Dean's shirt, and Dean's telling the ref his shirt was pulled, and the referee went no, and he's shown him the tear in his shirt to prove it, and the referee just went no, and ran off. And I mean, it's just beyond comprehension, really. I just don't understand it. I mean, I'm not just saying this as well. When we did the interviews yesterday, Mark, myself, Lee, and Barry all said similar things.
Mm-hmm.
All said similar things. So, it's not.
Can't blame about my questions, mate. They were all different.
Yeah, I know. No, that's fine. But everybody can see it's happening.
Yeah.
It's not just sort of my personal point of view. It's nearly everybody's point of view. Everybody you speak to. You speak to the players afterwards, and they're just dismayed by some of the decisions given against them. And we just said, what can you do? The only way they can do it is to police these referees, is to make sure they're doing their jobs properly, and a lot of them aren't. And it's a big thing. Football's a big thing now. It's a business. You've got to try and make money, and as I said, poor decisions like that can cost people's jobs. It can even cause demises of football clubs if they're relegated on the basis of poor decisions. So it's very important. You have to get these things right, and they're just not doing it. The FA seem to wash their hands of such things. And as I said, I think referees need to be made accountable. They've had to explain their decisions if they get it wrong, and if they're shown to have got it wrong, they should explain their decisions. And ultimately, I mean, we should have a league for referees, and if the referees get a certain amount of points per game, the ones at the end of the season who are the poorest get dropped. Simple as that.
Yeah.
I agree. Just have an independent assessment of the referees, and at the end of the season, the bottom three get relegated. How about that? So next year they're earning less money, but they'll soon change. I think in this country as a whole, I think referees are very, very poor.
You know what? I know we're not supposed to talk about this because we're Berwick Town FC and we're not in the Premier League. But for me, the refereeing standard in the whole of England dropped when Mark Clattenburg went to. Was it Mark Clattenburg that went to Saudi Arabia?
He went. Yeah. Was it Saudi Arabia or China? I don't know. And then he actually turned around and said that he influenced games with certain decisions, didn't he? That's how I gather it. No, I think it goes back beyond that. Graham Powell giving 3 yellow cards in the same match to the same man in the World Cup finals. I mean, it's utterly embarrassing. So, it's been going on for quite a while now. One of my friends knew a very well known referee. I won't obviously say who he is because I don't want to jeopardise anything, but he actually didn't particularly like one league club, and he actually told my friend that he didn't like this club, so he was never giving decisions their way. So it varies. It's not corruption as such. I don't feel like taking bets or anything like that. It's just that they just didn't like it. There's rumours that another referee was singing "You'll Never Walk Alone" in a bar whilst on duty, wasn't there? And you're thinking, blow me, this is ridiculous. I know the FA aren't supposed to pick referees from regions where if there's one team from London playing one team in Manchester, then they've got to try and pick somebody from sort of in the middle. But I've heard. It was about 2 or 3 seasons ago, somebody did a survey and they said out of the Premiership referees, I think only 2 are from south of Watford. So, does make you think.
Yeah. Well, thank you for tonight's show, Chris.
You're absolutely welcome, Reece, as ever. Another 4-week holiday now.
Obviously, it's our only night of the Gossip Show on YouTube due to technical difficulties on Twitter. Probably because I didn't want to hear Chris's voice. So guys, we'll see you next week when it's the big one. For every member of Ricky Fan Zone will be on there as it stands, and for opposition fans, it's not only semi-final 2 of our Player of the Seasons, it's Danger Man of the Seasons, where we all pick the final 11. That's fearless in the opposition's team. So guys, tune in for that on Twitter, and we'll see you later. Bye-bye.